big day. Today we are doing some dino ribs, and I'm in the process of trimming these up just a tiny bit, just removing some silver skin before I put the rub on it. Right now the charcoal is lit and trying to get that to catch. As soon as I get this thing trimmed up and rubbed up, I'll be right back. Okay guys, we got the chef's temp pushing this thing up towards 250. It's been running for about 2 minutes and it's already up to 170. Started off at 90. I did, when I lit my fire, I only had maybe about 12 inches of coal in there, and pretty much treated it like a fire starter chimney, and I just ran it until I could see embers and some flame come out the top of that charcoal, and then I dumped some more on and closed it up, and pushing this air through here now, so it's climbing already 180, 181. So it won't take long to get to 250 here. I will say that I rubbed up the dino ribs with some Meat Church Holy Cow, and I've got a mixture of about half post oak and half mesquite in the coal chute, and some chunks also in there as well. Most of the chunks are mesquite, one or two maybe of oak, but the rest is mesquite. So you know, we're gonna put some heavy smoke flavor on these beef ribs, and I can't wait until they're done. This thing's almost at 200 already. Yeah, you know, you guys may notice I poured this slab here. I added this. You know, you could tell it was a do-it-yourself job, but you know, it's going to serve my purposes. It's basically to get this cooker over here closer to the fence. I did run some electrical, and I put a plug right here and some lights. I'm going to pull my Weber gas grill and put it over here, and that's what those lights are for. And then I'm going to get some sort of swing arm or something to come out, swing it out, so I can light up inside the cook chamber when I'm cooking at night and want to take a peek, even though I probably shouldn't. But yeah, it's coming up to temp. We'll get these things on here in a minute. I'll also give you a shot of what they look like before I put them on. Okay, yep, so we've come to temp now. We're gonna go ahead and put these things on. There they are. I did dress it with a little bit of additional garlic. So let's get these things on. I'm putting them right on the middle rack. Right there, here we go. Looking good, and we're gonna let these things run. Okay guys, I have also prepared a picanha, and I'm gonna smoke this thing until it gets to be about 110 internal. It'll finish long before these ribs do. Once it gets there, I'm going to take it in and sear it, pan sear it, the fat cap. You know, I've done it several times over an open flame, and I feel like I just create napalm in the process. So I'm gonna pan sear it, and then once I get that fat cap pan seared, I'm gonna slice it into about 1 inch thick steaks, and then take it to the Weber grill and bang bang, hit it and finish it off. You probably saw on that video that I didn't have much seasoning on it. I'm telling you guys, 25 years ago, Steven Raichlan made a statement and said that all you needed was olive oil and sea salt on a good steak. And man, was he ever right. Everybody always tells me I make the best steak they've ever had, and it's all because of his advice. So yeah, all you saw on there was sea salt. I didn't even put any olive oil on there yet. I'll do that later when it comes to time to sear that thing. But man, let me tell you, give it a shot one time. Don't use nothing else, just olive oil and sea salt, and trust me, you'll be impressed. So anyhow, it's on. This thing's climbing back up to 250 now, and I'll check you back later. I do need to thank Chef's Temp for the Final Touch X10. Man, this thing is great. Super thin needle on the tip, and sorry about the camera. Super thin needle on the tip, and you know, if you flip this thing all the way around the other direction, it flips over with you. So it's good for righties, good for lefties. Pretty clever design. I really like it. Check this Picanha real quick and see where we're at on it. So, you know, we're almost at 100 internal. So just a little bit longer and I can get this off and sear it. So the Picanha has hit 110 internal. I'll go ahead and remove it now. It's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a little bit more seasoning and get her seared. All right, on goes the Picanha. You see this fat side. And flip it over, sear a little bit on the other side, and then slab it into 1-inch steaks and finish it off. All right, so if you're gonna steak it and then finish it off, you don't want to go too heavy on the searing because, man, you get one hell of a grease fire over open flame. So I like to steak it off and then finish it up. I'll seal the fat a little bit more individually so I can kind of control how much grease is going into that fire because it will get out of hand. So y'all can see right now, you know, the fibers of the meat are running in this direction right now. So I'm going to cut this just like so. Steak it up about an inch, maybe 1.5 inches thick, and put it back on the grill. And there it is. Easy peasy. Again, I like to slice them and sear them just to keep that grease fire under control. Now, if you're doing it on a griddle or something, you don't necessarily need to do that. My wife was up, so I didn't want to smoke her out of the house, and I got rid of my griddle. So, yeah, I just went with the grill, sliced it up. Now, some of y'all may be saying, man, it looks a little overdone. Well, let's just take a look. Here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to cut with one hand here, guys. There we go. Good amount of redness in there. It's about medium. That's about where we wanted it. I'd like it a little bit more medium rare, but you know, when you steak it off, you got to be pretty careful about overcooking it. But it's good. Now the end pieces will be a little bit more medium well. So, you know, everybody gets their preference in the cut. So turned out pretty good. I do want to say, if you noticed, there's an end piece going on each side. You know, chef's treat right there. So it was extremely good, very tasty. Again, I want to give Steven Raichlan a shout out because he's the one that I've stuck with for 25 years on how to flavor these things. And man, let me tell you, olive oil, sea salt, it's really all you need. All right, so we're about 3 hours in. Let's take a look and see where we're at here. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's sitting right now at about 165 or so internal. You'll see the wires and stuff I got here. This is a rated G video, so I have edited out all the cussing I did when I was hooking those things up. Man, I just can't stand the wires. That's why I love this ChefsTemp system so much. As soon as I get the ProTemp 2s in, I'll be 100% wireless. And so, man, I can't wait for that day. But again, huge shout out to them for their products and for getting me the X10. And I got a 5.5-inch probe on the way, should be here any day. And ProTemp's 2's coming, and I can't wait to shoot some of these videos with all that stuff included. Okay guys, let's take a peek. It says it's running about 180 or so. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm getting 164. 170, 171. So yeah, that's I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer before I wrap it up. Maybe get a little bit more color on that bark. And we'll check back in a little bit. Okay, gung-ho while I was gone. I went to the grocery store while I was hungry. Not a good idea. But I bought some chicken breasts. I seasoned them up with some Italian and garlic. I got bacon and peppers. I got those are cream cheese and brisket stuffed peppers going. Those are two. I just ran out of peppers, so I just wrapped some with just the bacon. And then this is the cream cheese I've got smoking, again, seasoned with garlic and Italian seasoning. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm doing smoked chicken fettuccine. Chicken fettuccine Alfredo. So a smoked Alfredo sauce. So I'm going to do a whole nother video with that. But I'm going to just keep this video with the ribs and the steak. So anyhow, yep, it's getting close. We're about 190 on the Dino ribs. All right, it's been a few more hours. We're getting pretty close. Let's take a look here. See where we're at. All right. It's so dark I can't see here. Another cool feature of the X10 is the fact that it's backlit at night. I mean, it is dark out here. I know I've got lights on, but it's super dark in this cabinet. But the fact that it lights up like this is extremely useful. So yeah, we're very, very close. It feels pretty tender. I might just have to get this off. I got no resistance at all. I'm gonna go ahead and get this off, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, here we go. Here's our Dino ribs after a 4-hour rest and held at 140 degrees. I'm about to slice into them and take a look. Wow, these things are incredible. And the flavor is ridiculous. Man, let me tell you what, the old country and the chef's temp together and a great cut of meat, holy cow. Man, there's no better combination.